Hey guys, Dusty back here with Blind-Droid Tech, and this is episode 9 of the Android Accessibility App Demonstration. Today, we're taking a look at Audible. Stay tuned till the end. I want to give a little bit of details on the memberships, but for now, we're going to get right in and take a look at the app itself.
Audible.
I don't want this video to take too terribly long, so I'm trying to condense everything down the very best that I can. But you guys say you do like me going in depth, showing you all the different features of the app. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and get started.
Open left navigation panel button.
So that's your menu.
Drop down list My Library Cloud.
So we're in the My Library section, and right now it's showing me all my books that are in the cloud. I don't really need to because I've got all of them downloaded except for a couple. So I could theoretically go
Drop down list My Device in list 2.
Go to Device.
Drop down list My Library Device.
Okay, and then that's going to have all the books that I've already got downloaded.
Search.
Search for a book, author, or title that's in your library.
Shop.
We'll take a look at the shop menu here in just a little bit.
More options button.
In this, you've only got
Refresh in list 3 items.
refresh your library in case you just bought a book and for some reason it's not popping up.
Filter.
Filter your library
Sort.
and sort it however you wish. And then in this, you've got
NFC turned on. The Skull Throne, unabridged, downloaded by Peter V. Brett, narrated by Pete Brett. The Daylight War, The Demon Cycle, Book 3, The Desert Spear, unabridged, downloaded. The Warded Man, unabridged. The Daylight War, The Demon Cycle, Book 3, unabridged, downloaded by Peter
Okay.
V. Brett, The Desert Spear, The Warded Man, unabridged, downloaded. Witch Star, The Band and the Banished, Book 5, unabridged, downloaded by Witchgate, The Band and the Banished, Book 4, unabridged, download. Witch War, The Band and the Banished, Book 3, unabridged, downloaded. Title Age of Swords, The Legends of the First Empire, Book 2, unabridged. Chapter 13 of 33, 6 hours 30 minutes 48 seconds, played of 20 hours 3 minutes 39 seconds total. Double tap to open the player, out of list.
Okay, so that's your mini player at the very bottom. And then if you double tap on that,
Open left navigation panel button. Player.
so you're in your player.
Open left navigation panel
And
button.
if you open that here,
Back to library.
there's your back to library button.
Age of Swords, The Legends of the First Empire, Book 2, unabridged, view details, in list 35 view clips and bookmarks. Chapter 1, 7 minutes 29 seconds long. Chapter 2, 55 minutes 34 seconds long. Chapter 3, 15 minutes 18 seconds long.
Okay, so you get it. It's got all your all your chapters, how long they are. And then if we go down to
Chapter 15, 32, Chapter 13, 44 minutes 1 second remaining, 44 minutes 2 seconds long.
okay, so it'll tell you where you are in the book.
Chapter 8, 38 minutes 40 seconds. The Warded, title Age of Swords.
So once you're in that navigation drawer, you can also just hit the back button and it'll bring you out of the player, which is what it just did to me.
Chapter 13, 1 second played, 44 player.
Okay, there's your player heading.
Car mode.
That's for people who drive and want easier access to be able to play and pause their stuff. And
1.00x.
that's your reading speed. I have not gotten that to work very well, but I haven't tried very hard. I'm fine with them reading at their normal pace. I'm not too picky about that.
Clips.
There's where you can set clips and view them.
More options button.
Then under more options, you've got
Sleep timer, in list 7 items. Button free. Player settings. View similar titles. Share progress. Send this book. Before you go.
and then the before you go just has, rate the book, did you like it, share it with somebody, all that happy jazz.
Open left navigation panel button. More options button.
Okay.
Chapter 13, 1 second played, 44 minutes 1 second remaining.
So that's your progress bar. You can go into settings and have that set to either by chapter or just whole book. And then it'll show you 6 hours, some odd minutes played, 13 hours, some odd minutes remaining.
Back cover art.
That's the book art.
Jump back button.
Jump back, you can have it configured. I believe by default it's 30 seconds, but you can set it to a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But the kick is you got to do it in seconds. So you got to think of how many seconds are in 10 minutes. So that's the only thing with that. You got to do it in seconds.
Play button.
Play.
Jump forward button.
Same thing. You can have your rewind set to something different than your fast forward if you want, or your jump back to your jump forward.
Previous chapter button. Rewind audio button.
When you do rewind
Fast forward audio
or
button.
fast forward, it's going to continue playing unless you hit pause, and it's just going to randomly start skipping you a few seconds. So the more you hit it, the faster it's going to fast forward or rewind through it. And then the
replay button.
Play button will be there again, and you hit play again, and it'll stop the rewind or fast forwarding. Okay, so I believe that's all.
Rewind audio. Fast forward. Next chapter button.
And then next chapter.
Overview button.
So that's all that's in the player. Pretty self-explanatory.
Open left navigation panel.
So if we go into this.
Hi, Dustin Johnson 625
So it'll tell you hi, your
library.
name, your email.
Hi, library.
There's your library.
Channels, new.
Channels, if you go into that.
Featured. Featured the dark web, an expose of the depths of the internet from sex trafficking and fraud to government secrets and anonymous hacking groups. Click to open channel. Play the dark web. Get inspired, view all. Sincerely X. Hear from a doctor who made a grave mistake, a depressed Silicon Valley CEO, and other anonymous TED Talks too powerful to keep secret. Click to open channel. The Butterfly Effect with John Ronson. Best-selling writer John Ronson explores the consequences of the tech industry giving the world what it wanted, free porn. Explicit. Click to open channel. Exhale. Guided meditations for anyone, anytime. Beginner or expert, on the go or going to sleep, soothing listens for all. Click to open channel. Where should we begin? The acclaimed therapist and TED speaker opens her office door to let you listen in as she counsels real couples. Mature. Click to open channel. Laugh out loud. Punchlines. Your exclusive stand-up comedy mixtape. Fresh humor recorded live at Audible's network of clubs across the U.S. Explicit. Updates MF. Click to open channel. Enlist 7 items. Doctor. Cats. The audio files. Cult classic drive. Cats returns with comic therapy for Sarah Silverman, Ray Romano, Ted Danson, Weird Al, and more. Explicit. New Thursdays. Click to open channel.
See, it's pretty cool. It's got different channels for different stuff that you can take a look at. I've honestly never even really taken a gander in here. So this is, very interesting. It's exclusive for Audible members, so you do have to be paying for either the 1 book or the 2 book, I believe, to be entitled to this. But it's very cool, and I'm actually going to be taking a look. I never even
open left
looked
navigation
into
panel.
it.
Hi, library. Channels, new. News.
Now if you go to news,
The power. Open left navigation panel. News. Shop. More options. The power of listening. Audible for your kids. Enlist 14 item. Behind the scenes with Kevin Hart on his new memoir, exclusively from Audible. Stephen Fry on Sherlock Holmes, the new collection. Awards season is here. The books behind the films. Black History listens for every month. Lincoln in the Bardo by George Saunders. The hottest audiobooks this winter. A sneak peek. Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. Now on channels, The Voices of Funny. Introducing Audible Range, our new online magazine. Harry Potter, now available. WhisperSync for voice, never lose your place. Follow us on Twitter, Audible Chat at audible_com. Find us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter, Audible Chat at audible_com.
okay. So it's got a bunch of different news. And it's really Audible news, so I don't think it's really political unless you really look into it.
News, enlist 12 stats.
And then stats.
Listening level. You have achieved listen using the app to rank higher. Listening level. Badge collection. Listening level. Badge collection. Listening. Shop. Listening. Badge. Listening time. Audible titles. Listen using the app to rank higher. You have achieved the master listening level. You have achieved the scholar listening level.
See, so I've been listening for quite a while. I'm up
You have
to the
achieved the master
listening level. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I've listened to 48 8 or 49 books. So between, 10 to 15 hours all the way up to 44 hours per book, depending on which book. So I've got hundreds of hours of listening time in on this app. So I love it.
Open left
So
navigation.
if we go back to navigation
Channels
menu.
in list 12 items. News. Stats. Disabled. Recommended.
Not sure what that is. Recommended will just give you recommended books based on your listening history.
Store. Expand the store menu.
So if we expand the
store
store menu.
Browse. Wish list. Categories. Bestsellers. New releases. My pre-orders. My account. Disabled. Settings. Help and support. Send feedback. Help and settings. Disabled. My account.
Okay, so that's the end of the store menu.
Disabled. Settings.
Then if we take a look at settings.
Settings out of list. General settings in list 8 items.
General settings.
Playback settings.
This.
Playback settings. Progress bar per chapter in list 6 items.
See progress bar per chapter, and you can choose to change that.
Progress bar per chapter. Full book. Cancel button out of list.
Okay, so you'd either do full book or by chapter.
Audio interruptions. Jump forward button. Jump back button. Configured for 120s.
Okay, so I've got that set for 2 minutes as of right now.
Jump forward button. Configured for 120s.
Again, 2 minutes.
Audio interruptions. Pause and then resume playback. Seamless multipart play. Automatically begin playback of next downloaded segment for multipart titles. Checkbox checked. Stream only on Wi-Fi. Channels will not use cellular data for streaming. Checkbox not checked.
So that's all your playback settings.
Notification settings. In download setting. Playback setting. Download settings.
I want to show you this.
Download only on Wi-Fi. Download only when connected to a Wi-Fi network. Checkbox not checked.
So if you've got a limited data pool, that could help you out.
Download format high quality.
You can choose between standard and high quality.
Download by parts. Single part downloads.
I think this is just for, if you want to listen to it while it's downloading.
Download location, storage 6377D956, Android, data com.audible.application/file.
Okay, so download location.
Download location. Storage, emulated, 0, Android, data com.audible.
So, I'm almost positive that this is standard to Android 7 or maybe even Android 6. But Android 7 Nougat, I know for sure. And this is...
Download. Storage, emulated, 0, Android, data com.audible.application/files, total 22 gigabytes. Teeds Caleb, Gmail, dilljohnson625@gmail.com, reply button.
Okay.
AZ screen.
Alright. I accidentally got into my notification bar. Okay, so...
Storage emulated 0.
So when you see storage emulated 0, that's your internal storage.
Storage 6377D956 Android data com.audible.
When you see Android, a bunch of numbers, or maybe it might have the name of your SD card. It just kind of depends from company to company, whoever makes the SD card, micro SD card. But storage emulated 0 is your internal, and then storage blah 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 Android, and then whatever the Audible application, that's all your SD card right there. So top is your internal storage, bottom is your SD card if you have one. This is why I throw a fit when people say you don't really need micro SD card, just to use the cloud. Try to play a book from Audible while it's still on the cloud. It will not let you. It makes you download it. So you've got two options. You could either download it to your internal storage and hope you're just going to listen to a book, delete it, and never listen to it again. But me, I actually come back to the books I really enjoy months, maybe even years down the road, and listen to it again. Now, am I going to want to keep re-downloading it and wait for it to download to a point where I can actually listen to it? Or just have it ready to go so I can just pop into the app, say, you know what? I don't remember much about this book. Let's listen to this book again. So, that's my rant about that. I don't like how people say you don't need something because they don't know what you're listening, or they don't know what your usage habits are. They just assume you're always going to have access to the internet. You're always going to have access to your Google Drive, your iCloud, your Amazon Cloud, whatever clouds you use for your personal data. I'm not against using the cloud for storage, but what if you're going to an area where there's a lot of bridges, there's a lot of stone, there's a lot of this and that, or you go into a building and it's a super thick, super big building, more than likely you're going to lose coverage in there. Even on Verizon, I've seen Verizon do poorly inside certain structures. So, do you want to rely on your internet connection, or do you want to have a means to listen to whatever you want to listen to no matter where you are? That's my stance on that. Argue with me if you want, but I have no idea where people are saying micro SD cards are becoming obsolete and they're not reliable. I've had the same SD card for, I think it's going on 3 or 4 years now. As long as you turn off your phone before you change your micro SD cards, and yes, it is recommended to actually turn off your phone because you're removing the whole tray with your SIM card and your SD card. So it is always recommended that you turn it off. Well, not even just that. I have mine set for adopted internal storage. So instead of 32 gigabytes of internal storage, I've got 32 plus 128. So that's, 160? 160 gigabytes. So I've got an available amount of 22 plus 119. So, I've got about 140 or so gigabytes of available storage. So, like I said, if you're going to use a micro SD card, if you need to change it for some reason, highly recommend you turn off your phone, get your SIM card tool kit or SIM card ejector tool, take it out, switch your SD cards or put one in, boom, shut it, turn your phone back on, and boom, you've got internal storage. Or you could just have it set to removable storage, and then it's going to go based on your internal storage and then what you have available on your external. But as of right now, my phone's just considering it all internal. So, that's that. I don't... There's nothing really else to take a look at. I guess we could take a look at the store real quick.
Download only on navigate.
I'm going to take it... blah, blah, blah.
List open left navigation.
Okay.
News in list 19 item. Stats. Recommended. Store. Collapse the store menu. Browse. Wish list. Categories. Bestsellers.
So let's take a look at bestsellers. So that's going to hop us into the store.
Bestsellers. 0 credits.
So I've got 0 credits right now. This is at the very top.
Search. 366. All These Worlds. All These Worlds. All These Worlds. Link. All These Worlds by Dennis E. Taylor, narrated by Ray Porter. Series Bobiverse, 7 hours and 55 minutes. Release date the 8th of August. The Subtle Art of Not Giving AF *CK by Mark Manson, narrated by Roger Wayne. 5 hours and 30 minutes. Release date September 13th, 2016. $16.76. 39,852.
So let's just say we want to take a look at this book.
The Subtle Art of Not Giving AF *CK graphic.
So the subtle art of not giving an F.
Play audio sample. Link.
Can play an audio sample of it.
The Subtle Art of Not Giving AF *CK, heading 1. Play audio. The Subtle by Mark Manson, in list level 1, narrated by Roger Wayne. 5 hours and 30 minutes. Unabridged audiobook. Of 5 stars, 39,852 ratings.
So,
CL reviews.
Amazon,
Link, out of list.
I'm not quite sure why you just decided for the accessibility to say of 5 stars with some odd reviewers, so can't see the actual rating. I'm not quite sure, so if ratings are a huge deal to you, you may want to look at all these books on the Audible.com website, because you can go to Audible.com, log in, and you can choose to view books and, put books in your wish list, or if you have any credits, buy it, and then it'll say go to libraries or check your apps. So you go to your Audible app, you hit that refresh button in the top right under the more options menu, and then
Publisher's Summary, Heading 4.
there's your publisher's summary.
In this generation-defining self-help guide, a superstar blogger cuts through the crap to show us how to stop trying to be positive all the time so that we can truly become better, happier people. For decades we've been told that positive thinking is the key to a happy,
Okay, so that's part of it.
More Publisher's Summary expand. Link.
Expand the publisher's summary to view the rest of it.
0 credits available, button, disabled.
If you had a credit, it would say buy this book for 1 credit.
Buy for $16.76, button.
Or you can buy it if you don't have a credit for a certain amount, and I believe they give you a discount no matter which subscription you get.
Add to wish list, add to wish list. Add to wish list. Have a promo code. Space, link. Space, Pinterest. See more like this, heading 2.
So I'm not sure what those space links were, honestly, but they obviously aren't that important.
More by Mark Manson, more by Mark Manson. Link, in list
So you can view more
items.
by that particular author.
More narrated by Roger Wayne, more narrated. Customers also bought, heading 2, out of
And
list.
then if the book is part of a series, it'll also say, view more books like this, and then it'll say view other books in the series. And then
The 5-second rule. Link, in list
you've
level
got
1, 14
other
items.
books that customers also bought based on this book. So that's your store. Your store is very accessible for the most part. I'm not sure why in the app, when you go to recommend it, it'll tell you blah, blah, blah stars out of 5 with some odd thousands of reviewers. But that's just an Amazon problem. They need to get that glitch figured out. I'm not quite sure why they did that way. But overall, the Audible app for Android gets my certified thumbs up. Double thumbs up. That's 2 thumbs up for this app. Very accessible. Almost nothing is out of reach for a completely blind individual in this app. So Amazon, very good job. Way to go. Audible is a very fantastic service. Now, I'm doing this out of the kindness of my own heart. They are not sponsoring me. My channel is nowhere near sponsorship. But they've got a couple different Audible subscriptions that I know of right now. They've got the 1 book, and the 1 book is normally $14.95 a month. But if you go to the Audible.com website and check it out, I'm sure they always have promotions going for new members. I'm not a new member, so I can't take advantage of them, but right now I believe they've got 3 months, so you can get it at $7.49 or $7.95 per month. That's half off of the original $15. It's now $7.49 or $7.95, so half off or just about half off for 3 months, and that's 1 book. You get 1 book credit per month that you can use to purchase whatever book you want that has the buy for 1 credit option. Or you, like I said, you could buy it for the whatever rate Amazon's given you for that particular book. They're all a little different. I believe you get a certain amount of percentage off. I don't remember exactly how much off it was, but it'll tell you on the Audible website. It'll tell you what perks you get. You get the channels, you get the news, you get all that happy stuff. And then they've also got, that's the gold membership, and then they've also got a platinum membership. That's the one I was using for the longest time. And that one is $22.95 a month. So you can either get $14.95 for 1 book, or you can do $23 and you get 2 books. So you're doubling it for not that much more. You're doubling it for about $8 more. And then that gives you 2 credits per month. So you get the option to buy 2 books for each of those, or one book for each of those credits. And then Audible also has a satisfaction guaranteed. So if you don't like the book for some reason, you can return it. And you can either go to the help and support section of the navigation menu that I showed you, and it'll have an option to most frequent customer topics, and it'll say return your book, and then it'll walk you through how to do that. Or if you keep going down in the help and support, you've got contact us 24/7. You may or may not get a good English speaking person there, but if you can stomach the customer support lines, that's the way I would go. And yeah, you can enjoy it. I mean, I've always been a fan of the Audible. Like I said, I was a member with them for $49, so that's, $50. So we're talking 25 consecutive months of 2 book credits per month. So yeah, we're talking over 2 years that I've been a member with them. So I love it. Highly recommend it. Download the app, check it out. You gotta log in. So if you don't have an Amazon.com account, get one. It's completely free. Or if you have one, just log in when you first open the app, and then it'll take you to the library screen, and then you can go through it. So it's a long video. Sorry, guys, but I love this app. I love talking about Amazon and Audible. Amazon is up there, way up there in accessibility features. Almost all of their services I give 5 stars out of 5, or at least 4.5 stars out of 5 on their accessibility attempts. So, way to go, Amazon. If by chance you watch this, keep it up. I love your service. Love that your app is completely accessible. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love a thumbs up. Share it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. This is Anything Tech. And I focus a lot on the accessible apps and devices and all that. I've got much more content coming up. So keep your ears tuned. And until next time, guys, this was Dusty with Blind-Droid Tech. Hope to see you in the next one.